Doesn't it feel great to be alive on a hump day afternoon or a hump day evening on YouTube as a diehard, passionate WWE fan or what? And doesn't it feel great to be alive on a Wednesday on YouTube or what? Hey WWE fans, Ryan here. I hope you guys are having a great week so far and an awesome hump day as well. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, happy almost Friday, happy Thursday Eve. You got it. But let's just get down to business, guys. Welcome back to the channel of the Ryan Knight WWE Report. I do want to apologize, guys, because after this video, I am going to have my girlfriend edit this video from beginning to end. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. I hope it does good. I trust her with my life. So the editing, the colorful, all that she's going to do. So just to give you guys a heads up. All right, guys. So in today's episode, we are going to talk about the number one contender for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship for this Saturday at Backlash, the man, Becky Lynch. So earlier today, I watched Raw Recap on YouTube. By the way, really good show in case you guys don't know it. I love watching it. But anyway, this week's guest on Raw Recap was none other than Becky Lynch, guys. And I got to be honest with you. We all know that this Saturday at Backlash, Lyra Valkyria will defend the Women's Intercontinental Championship against the man herself, Becky Lynch. Surprisingly, Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch have gone one-on-one. Lyra Valkyria defeated Becky Lynch to win the NXT Women's Championship a few years back. We all know the story about these two, but what's really interesting about it is Lyra Valkyria, the inaugural WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship, will have her biggest test and title defense yet against Becky Lynch. And I do want to ask you guys the question, with this new Becky Lynch, do you guys like this new Becky Lynch or not? Let me know down below in the comments. But long story short, anyway, guys, you know what? I mean, the man Becky Lynch basically said on Raw Recap that if I didn't do what I have been doing in WWE, Lyra Valkyria would not know anything about wrestling. I mean, Becky Lynch literally says that the only reason Lyra Valkyria wanted to be in the WWE is because of Becky Lynch. Now, I'm not someone to argue it. I'm not someone to question it. I'm just a YouTuber doing my job here. But, I mean, is there truth to that? You know, I mean, is the man Becky Lynch correct? You know, because it is no doubt that, you know, at a young age, Lyra Valkyria looked up to Becky Lynch. I mean, Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria are very similar in a lot of ways because they're both from the beautiful city and country of Ireland, but the beautiful city of Dublin. And I will be very honest with you guys. The man, Becky Lynch, she's done a lot of firsts. She was the first person to hold the Women's and Raw Women's Championship at the same time. Sorry, guys, I am the garbage truck going by. I got to apologize for that loud noise, but yeah, Becky Lynch was in the very first ever main event of WrestleMania for the women, and she was the first woman to win a match in the main event of WrestleMania. I mean, she literally, over many, many years, has broke barrier after barrier. She is a Royal Rumble. I mean, guys, she's a New York Times best-selling author. She is a phenomenal mom. By the way, in case you guys do not know, I'll tell you a little story about my experience meeting Becky Lynch in a little bit. But, you know, and I mean, I look at like what Lyra said. Lyra admitted, look at all these accolades you have, Becky Lynch. But the one thing that Lyra Valkyria has, actually the two things that Lyra Valkyria has over Becky Lynch. Lyra Valkyria is the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. Lyra Valkyria has won the Women's Intercontinental title before Becky Lynch. So there are two things Lyra Valkyria has, Becky Lynch hasn't. And even if Becky Lynch wins and becomes the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria will always be known as the first, which, you know what, reading the emotion on Raw this past Monday, I think that set a little jealousy in Becky Lynch. Now, I'm not saying Becky Lynch is not good. She's paved the way in a lot of ways. But guys, I will say this. There is a new version of Lyra Valkyria ever since Becky Lynch stabbed Lyra Valkyria in the back a couple weeks ago after WrestleMania. This is a new Lyra Valkyria. And, you know, I mean, literally, you know, I don't know if I said this, but this past Monday on Raw, Becky Lynch called Bayley garbage. And this is what it kind of got me humorous a little bit, is Becky Lynch said, I took out the garbage. And people didn't thank me. They said, well, why did you take out the garbage? And then she actually said, when someone takes out the garbage, you're supposed to say, thank you for taking out the garbage. And, you know, and then she calls Lyra Valkyria the recycling. And that is not a compliment. That is an insult. And no, it is not nice. Kids at home, do not say that. But I mean, you know, I don't know how I could say that. I've heard people call people a lot of things. I've never in my life heard someone call someone else the recycling. You know, of course, I've been called garbage. Guys, I've been called garbage on YouTube, and it doesn't bother me. If you call me a piece of garbage, I'll take that as a compliment. But, and guys, by the way, my girlfriend's called me a piece of garbage, and I love her for it. Literally, I will hug my girlfriend if she calls me a piece of garbage. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, I mean, guys, this feud is big, and might I add, Becky Lynch has never defeated Lyra Valkyria one-on-one. Lyra Valkyria has defeated Becky Lynch for a championship. But and I'm not saying this guy, I am saying that Lyra Valkyria is first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. She is the current Women's Intercontinental Champion. She's even defeated the man Becky Lynch for a championship. And I'm just saying this history between Lyra Valkyria and the man Becky Lynch. So if you guys watched Raw recap, I gotta ask you guys, what did you think of what Becky Lynch said? I want to know what you guys thought. Yeah. I want to know what you guys thought of Raw recap with Becky Lynch as the special guest. I'm very intrigued to know. All right, guys. So now I'm going to talk about Becky Lynch. Little fun fact: I have met Becky Lynch. I've actually met her numerous times. I think let's see, in the past 11 years of my life, I have actually shook hands with Becky Lynch at least 11 times. 11 times. I live in Boise, Idaho. I flew all the way to Miami, Florida to meet Becky Lynch. I stood in line for 11 hours overnight to meet Becky Lynch. And you know what? She's a great person. She's really talented in a WWE ring. I actually have a photo inside a WWE ring at a house show with me, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair all together. That was memorable. One of the most memorable moments of my life. But, you know, I read her book I read her book way too many times. And by the way, really good book in case you guys don't know that. But, yeah, guys, I want to know what you guys think of this new version of the Mon herself, Becky Lynch. So, yeah, let me know down below in the comments section. But, yeah, guys, we are 4 days away from WWE Backlash in St. Louis, Missouri. And I will be honest with you, in 4 days, Lyra Valkyria will put the Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line against Becky Lynch. Sorry, guys. All my YouTube office, my mom is like remodeling. Shout out to my awesome mom, by the way, for doing that for me. I'm gonna like give her $100 in cash for that because she's doing a really good job. So I'm actually at a plant across the street. So I hope you guys don't mind. And then again, my girlfriend is going to do all the colorful editing for this video. So thank you. Shout out to my girlfriend and me for that and all that. So I'm not going to know what it looks like until tomorrow. So I trust her to make this video amazing and awesome for you guys. All right, guys, that is all I have for you guys on the Ryan Knapp WWE Report. It is a beautiful day, but you know what I'm going to say anyway. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. If you are not a subscriber already, have an awesome and magical rest of your hump day and Wednesday. As always, happy Wednesday, happy hump day, and I will see all you guys in the next episode.